lonely exile until the Son of God appears. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Make safe the way that leads on high, and close the path to misery. You know it. Let me hear you sing along. Rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel.
Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel
shall come to thee, O Israel.
Christmas, my friends. Merry Christmas. Would you give it up for the wonderful folks that have joined us on stage tonight? Mr. Daughtry, who's a friend. Give them all a round of applause. And before we go any further, 99.1 The Mix FM has been wonderfully supportive of this whole event. Would you give them a cheer tonight as well? To welcome with us the fine chaps up on stage with us one by one. This is Mark Campbell on the electric guitar right here, ladies and gentlemen. On bass guitar, the Sicilian Vincent Carlo. Who you got over there, little brother?
We got Mr. Stephen Lynch here.
Stephen Lynch.
Yes. Teddy Bolts on the drums. We got David Sutton on the violin. We got Mr. Benjamin Backus on cello here, right, Des?
And last but not least, holding down the rhythm for this one, this is Daniel Levi Jones. This is my little brother Luke. I'm Joel. We are from King Country, and if you know this song, would you please sing along? Here we go. I love your ugly sweater. It's like an ugly sweater epidemic out here. This is awesome. All right, carry on. Here we go.
If I speak, we'll sing a song, convince some crowd, but don't have the love I leave. I'm being a taste that everyone say. Let my life be the proof of your love. Let my love look like you and what you made of. How you lived, how you died. Love is sacrifice, so let my life be the proof of your love. To forgive, to need is all, but don't have love. This boy, it seems. All the poverty is found in me.
I speak with human eloquence and angelic ecstasy but don't love, I have nothing but the creaking of a rusty gate. And if I speak God's word with power, revealing all of his mysteries and making everything as plain as day, and if I have faith to say to a mountain, jump, and it jumps, but I don't love, I'm nothing. If I give all I own to the poor, or even go to the stake to be burned as a martyr, but I don't love, I've got nowhere. So, no matter what we say, no matter what we believe, no matter what we do, we're bankrupt without love. If you believe that tonight, my friends, let me hear you sing this chorus with all your heart. Make it your anthem.
So let my life be the proof of
And what's the matter?
And, you know, we've all seen those Hallmark movies, you know, where yes, you love Hallmark, I know you do. And if anyone says they don't, they're just denying it. You know, when they walk into the deli, the fella walks in and the girl's there, and all of a sudden, you know, it goes into slow motion and the choir starts singing, you know. If this happened to one of you fellas tonight, right now, when she raised her hand, you're like, is she available? She's single, and she is. We'll take her out for a nice coffee, you know, buy her a nice gift for Christmas, and if this thing gets off the ground and you end up putting a ring on her finger, I'll come sing at your wedding, okay? That's going to you.
I better get to looking.
It's not good to be, you know. It doesn't matter what's being done here. It does not matter what ideology society might try to impress on you. Here are the facts. Out of 7 billion people on the face of this planet, there is one you. You are unique. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God, and you deserve to be treated as such. We had the idea of bringing over Australian 1-cent coins and framing them and making necklaces out of them, and it's come to be known as the priceless necklace. We used to do it with American coins. We would punch holes in American coins, and then we found out that that was highly illegal and we didn't want to get deported.
I see you dressed in white. Every roaming night. I see you rose in blue. At the sight of you,
Every hand in the sky like this.
Wide awake while the world and time is sleeping. Too afraid of how much show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe. Every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories that somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. Keep the cover over every single secret. So afraid if someone saw them they would leave. But somebody sees you. Somebody can never leave. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. For the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. We could start over, we could start over, we could start over. Oh, for the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood and the ones to blame. What if we could start over, we could start over, we could start over. It's the kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows where to find you. God only knows how to break through. God only knows the real you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows.
Well, you guys are very, very kind. Well, wow. Well, it's a privilege for us to be here. A Merry Christmas to you. It's nice to say that, isn't it? You know, like, now that we're past, you know, the awkward Happy Thanksgiving, and then do I say Merry Christmas the day after Thanksgiving, or you don't know, but Merry Christmas. So, at this time of year, I don't know about for you guys, but I tend to kind of reflect on life a little bit, right? You come into the close of the year, you know, you've just had Thanksgiving, and so my wife and I, Courtney, we got 3 kids, all right? We got big fans of kids here in Milwaukee. I like it. I got a 5-year-old, I got a 3-year-old, and I got a newly minted 1-year-old, and they're all boys. It's a lot of fun. household. And so for me, it's something that I've been reflecting on with just great gratefulness. I mean, it might be a cliche, but I've just been so grateful in this season of life. And part of that has to do with this. When my wife was pregnant with my middle son, Phoenix, she had kind of debilitating nausea during that, especially the early stages of the pregnancy. And so she went to the doctor and said, "Hey, is there anything you can do about the nausea?" And they said, "Oh, absolutely. We'll get here's some medicine, and you should be right as rain." And for about 6 weeks, that medicine really worked. But after that, it stopped working. So she went back to the doctor. She said, "What do I do?" And they said, "Well, we can just up the dosage and give you more of this medicine." And I was in Austin, Texas for a show one night, and she called me in the afternoon, and she was very, very frantic on the phone call. And she said, "Look, I need you to come home." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, you know, what's going on?" And she said, "Well, I've been taking this medicine, and I just can't stop. I need you to come home." And so I got on a plane and went straight home, and I come in the back door, and I see Courtney, and I say, "You know, how are you doing?" She says, "I'm okay right now." But as the night started to carry on, she started saying things. I know that the doctors have told me that I can't take this medicine anymore, but what if I just take one more pill just to get me through the night? And then I could see her hands start to tremble at that point. And I realized we had a problem. And so the next morning we get up, and I didn't know what else to do other than just take her to a mental health facility. And we come into the waiting room, and you know, kind of a creepy building, nobody around. It was just us in that waiting room. And eventually a nurse comes out and says, "Courtney, will you come on back?" And I get up to go with her, and they looked at me and they said, "Luke, no, you don't get to come. You gotta stay here." And there was just something about the isolation of that moment. It was just so lonely. And a little while later, she comes out, and they had prescribed a recommended outpatient therapy for about 2 weeks. And so for 2 weeks, I would get up in the morning and drop her off at 9 a.m. in the morning and come back and pick her up at 2 p.m. And we did that for 2 weeks. And then she'd shown such remarkable improvement that after that 2 weeks, they said, "Hey, you don't need to come back here anymore. You're discharged. You're good to go." And we found ourselves at home a little while later. And she had this bottle of pills one evening. And she said, "Look, I need to go and just take these pills, and I need to go and flush them. Because these pills represent so much shame and so much guilt in my life. I just need to see them leave." And I was reminded of an explorer who went to a foreign land. And when he arrived with all of his ships and all of his men, he called them all to the shoreline. He said, "Hey, we're going to go and explore the horizon. We're going to explore the mountains." And when he told his men that, he realized that nobody wanted to follow him, that they just wanted to go back to the dirty confines of the ships. Not because it was good, but just because it was comfortable. And so he waited a few days, and he calls all of his men to the shoreline again, and he says, "I want every single soldier on the shoreline." And once that took place, he gave his generals the command to burn the ships. Because he says, "We will not retreat, we will not go back, we will not live in the past, but we will move into the future. We will explore what is over the horizon. We will see what is in our future." And for my wife, when she took those pills, and she saw 1 drop and 2 drop, that was her moment of burning the ships. But maybe this is a year where you're similar to me, you're reflecting on the year. And you're coming into 2019, you're looking back, and maybe if you'd ask yourself some honest questions, you'd say, "Man, maybe there's some things in my life that I just need to get rid of. Maybe there's some things in my life that I need to burn." And here's what I would say to you. If you've got those things, go and just simply burn the ships.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Look at this one over here.
This is the jam. Watching the night news, constant to follow rhythm. never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my lungs. Before my heart turns into stone. Just want somebody please pass the megaphone. I'll shout it on the count of three. My breath out, I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice and testify. Cause this is the one time. I'm trying to make a choice and not choose. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my lungs. Before my heart turns into stone. Just want somebody please pass the megaphone. I'll shout it on the count of three. I'm singing to the skies. Give me strength to raise my voice and testify. And I choose. Down in my heart to stay. I need the joy, 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 joy. Down in my heart, down in my heart to
You believe it, sing it out.
I need the joy, 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 joy. Down in my heart, down in my heart to stay.
One more time.
I need the joy, 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 joy.
Down in my heart, down in my heart to stay.
Yeah.
You made us feel so very loved. Until we meet again, God bless you.